Guys, welcome back to Movie Geek channel another video, and today is going to be a very fun, chill, laid back kind of video, and this will be a bonus episode of the Criterion Corner that will be released in the month of May. So if you've seen the previous episode that was released on May, link below. That is, I share my thoughts on Failsafe. Why I ran a blank, I don't know. I was about to go blank and forgetting that what the title I reviewed, but I reviewed Failsafe for the month of May. So link below on that if you want to check it out. This is just a bonus episode that will be just a chill, laid back, and I'm gonna be talking about the challenge that I just completed. This is a challenge that was created by Nathan Hale, aka Nathan Hale Movies. Link below. Subscribe to him. He's phenomenal. He's seriously one of the kindest dudes in this community that we are a part of. This is a challenge called 25 movies. So basically this could be anything. This could be 25 silent films challenge, 25 70s film challenge. What I did is 25 Criterion challenge, and this is all third time watch. It had to be a third time watch. And I finally completed, and I watched the total 27 Criterions. Yes, I went above and beyond. Yes, I completed 25. I decided to watch 2 more Criterions and just wrap it up in 27 total, which is crazy. This is we ran out of the span of 3.5 months, and I took a sweet time trying to complete this challenge because I want to take my time going and dive into brand new Criterion films that I've not seen before. And this is all the films that I own on my Criterion that has been my radar for a long time. So what I'm going to do is share a rundown of what film did I watch and share my quick thoughts on it. I have my phone here. I'm going to press record, so it is currently recording, so you will see my recording video on my phone. And I'll go to my Letterboxd account. Let's go to lists. 25 movies, Criterion films, first time watch. 27 total. So the first one is Paths of Glory, directed by Stanley Kubrick. And this is one of his earlier works that I've not seen from him yet. I have seen some of his iconic work, like That's One Space Odyssey, A Clockwork Orange, Full Metal Jacket. Path of Glory is just phenomenal. Wow, what an intense story. And Kirk Douglas is just phenomenal in this. He gives one of the most outstanding performance. I love all of his performances, like in Spartacus. But Path of Glory gives a very raw human feeling, and I love about that. That it takes place during the World War I, but there's a human elements going on, and you see the whole behind the scenes of what war truly is. And Path of Glory is, what this film matters is the performances, and it's phenomenal. So Path of Glory is amazing, and I believe I gave a 4.5 out of 5 stars, and it's just phenomenal film, really, really great. The next film I watched is Beauty and the Beast, directed by Jean Cocteau, and this is my very first Jean Cocteau film I ever watched. I've never seen his films, but this is the director I have. It's been on my radar for a long time. I've been curious about his works for quite some time, and Beauty and the Beast is one of them. And wow, what a gorgeous film to look at. It's a beautiful black and white film that felt very eerie and haunting at the same time, beautiful. And it's like you're watching like a play. That's what this film is. It's like you're watching a play, but a movie. And the practical effects, the practical makeup effect on the beasts alone is just a standout. Beautiful to look at. It's a really great adaptation of the Beauty and the Beast that's very different from the Disney animated film. Because that's the only Beauty and the Beast adaptation beside the Disney remake as well. So this is something different and refreshing at the same time. That, oh, this is not the same Beauty and the Beast story that I've seen from the animated Disney film. Which I like that about that. That is very different. Go something different than what it is. Obviously, this came out in 1946. That's much. I mean, the Disney animation film, came out much later on. But I love the costume, the production design, the makeup, the practical effects, the sheer of pure creativity that goes in this movie is just spectacular. And I love everything about this movie. It's very beautiful, haunting, eerie. It's almost like a horror story, but in the fairy tale sense of it, if that makes any sense. But I'm not sure that makes any sense, but for me, my brain, it does. And I gave this movie a four and a half, 4.5 out of 5 stars. And I absolutely adore this movie. I really did adore this movie. Next up is another Stanley Kubrick film, The Killing, which was included in the. Oh no, never mind. Sorry, I was blanking. There's another film called Killer Kiss. That's part of the Killing Blu-ray release. I only watched The Killing, and this is the a heist film, and that was very entertaining. Really enjoyed it. I give this a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Just really fun movie. It's quick. It's fast paced. It gets to the point, and it's a really entertaining film. I really enjoy The Killing a lot. You can tell that there's Kubrick fingerprints all over it. What we will see. What the audience is going to see, what he will become as a prolific director in upcoming years later on in the future. And I really enjoyed The Killing. I had a fun time on that. And then we got Election, which came out in 1999, which that was the year I was born. That directed by Alexander Payne and starring Reese Witherspoon and Matthew Broderick. And I really enjoyed it. It's a really different kind of coming of age movie that takes place in high school. There's a dark comedy to it. It's a very adult themed film. It's not much focusing on the students, focusing on the teacher, played by Matthew Broderick, and all the chaos goes on with his life. That everything goes downhill after that. And I thought it was a really entertaining film. Really enjoyed it. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I really like this movie. I really do. I really enjoyed it. It's just the tone that took me by surprise. I thought it would be like a lighthearted, funny, fun time, chill, laid back. No, they went to a different direction, which I did not expect, and that's a good thing. And I really did enjoy this movie for what it is. I love the performance by Reese Witherspoon and Matthew Broderick. I did enjoy this. I did enjoy Election. Then we got Three Outlaws Samurai, directed by Hideo Kosha, and it's a really good samurai film. I'm a sucker for samurai films. I love samurai films. I really enjoy them. And basically, what I watched, the main reason I watched the Three Outlaws Samurai is because I was in the mood of watching more Japanese cinema, and this is it. Three Outlaws Samurai was a really good movie, very entertaining. I give it 4 out of 5 stars. Really good. Quick, fast paced. But at the same time, they're setting it up. You have to be patient with the story. And I really enjoyed the third act of the film. There's some intense going on in this movie. And yeah, I really enjoyed Three Outlaw Samurai. Next up, we got An Anatomy of a Murder, directed by Otto Preminger, starring James Stewart, the one and only James Stewart. And I give this one a 4.5 out of 5 stars. What a crazy, well, it's not crazy, like what an intense film. I love courtroom dramas, that's a check, and starring James Stewart, that's a check. And I was like, yeah, this is a really good movie. This is the movie that I was so invested into the story and what's gonna happen next in the movie, and especially during the courtroom scenes, you were glued to it. You were paying attention what the lawyer is trying to say, trying to prove their knowledge, what's going on in the case itself, and I really did enjoy that a lot. And I had a great time watching Anatomy of Murder, and I can understand why people love this movie. And it's a really good movie. James Stewart in this movie, what can I say that has already been said about James Stewart? He's a phenomenal actor. He's gonna be the highlight of every film that he's in, obviously. And I really did enjoy this one. I really do. I actually, it's more than I enjoy this movie. I actually love this movie. I really do. It's a great one, and this is a film I can see myself be watching in the near future, because it's a very classy, slow pace, but very invested. and entertaining. It was engaging. Yeah, really enjoy Anime of Murder. Next up is In the Heat of the Night. This was a recommendation from Nathan Hale when he made a video about the recommendation before the Criterion itself starts. And In the Heights. Wait, did I say In the Heights? Directed by John M. Chu, starring Anthony Ramos? What? I meant In the Heat of the Night. Jeez, what's going on with my brain right now? Go back to the video. One of them starring Cindy Portier and directed by Norman Jewison. And I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars, and wow, what an awesome film. Really cool, chill, intellectual, is that how you say it? I don't know. Very peaceful, calm, yet so intense, and it's a really cool movie. I really enjoyed it. I believe this is my first time seeing a Cindy Portier film. I don't think I ever seen any of his films that he starred in. I don't know. Maybe I've seen it before. I'm not sure. But in the Heat of the Night was really good, and I can understand why Nathan Hale really liked this movie. And yeah, it's a really solid flick. The direction, the cinematography, the performances, and the story was so engaging, and it was a good ride. It was a good journey, and I really enjoyed it. The ending of the film that let me feel satisfied. That's what this film gets me. So we have another Stanley Kubrick film that is Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. Wow, what a film! Crazy. Just intense and engaging, interesting. I had a blast watching this movie. It's just something about it. I think it's the dialogue. The dialogue of this movie is just is so engaging to watch. What made this movie work is the dialogue and the characters and the story as well. There's some dark humor. There's some edge of your seat moments. The ending is like, whoa, what just happened? There's some great action scenes going on there. There's some great character piece. Stanley Kubrick did a wonderful job, and a lot of people said that this could be a great double bill with Failsafe and Doctor Strangelove, which I can see that. Hopefully in the future I will do the double bill with that, because I can see that. I can see myself doing that in the near future. And Peter Sellers, awesome. He played multiple roles in this movie, and he was phenomenal in this movie. A highlight in this movie. And I give this one a 4.5 out of 5 stars, and just really great film directed by Stanley Kubrick. I mean, one of his best. Next up is directed by Frank Capra. It Happened One Night. Charming, delightful, cute, fast paced, Cary Grant, just really delightful stuff. And I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars. Really wonderful stuff. It won Best Picture, I believe, and yeah, really cute, little charming film. And this movie, this is an experience. The Passion of Joan of Arc. This is a silent film that was released in 1928, and this is directed by Carl Theodor Dreyer, who I seen Vampire prior watching The Passion of Joan of Arc, and wow, this is the film that leading up to Joan of Arc execution, basically, and the performances. I don't want to forget her name, Maria Falconetti, I believe, who played Joan of Arc, the main character. Her performances, using her expression, close-up shots on her face, gives a powerful performances. You can feel for her. You can feel the emotion, the intensity, and the sadness going on. Wow, I'm a big fan of silent films. I love silent films. This take the cake. I love The Passion of Joan of Arc. What an experience, what a ride, what a journey. The last 10 minutes of the film I was speechless. I couldn't speak. I was immersed to the screen. I was glued. I couldn't look away. I had to stick to the story, and just, it's a good one. It's a great one. And I gave this one a 5 out of 5 stars. The first 5 out of 5 stars. Wow. Wow. Next one is my very first Ingmar Bergman film, The Seventh Seal, starring Max von Sydow, and whoa, what a very interesting watch. Really great stuff. This is my first Ingmar Bergman. I cannot wait to continue watching more of his films in the near future. I have Wild Strawberries, and I want to see that really soon in the future. And wow, what a film! I can understand why it's a masterpiece, and the whole scene with death is just so captivating and very engaging to watch, and nothing in the film that never felt dull. Really, really enjoyed it. The Seventh Seal, and we got the original, The Man Who Knew Too Much, directed by Alfred Hitchcock, and I did a double bill with the James Stewart version. This is the remake that's also directed by Alfred Hitchcock. What a weird thing to when a director remakes one of his own films. Anyways, let's talk about the original. It was fine. I really enjoyed it. The highlight is Peter Lorre. I mean, he gives a very creepy, engaging performance. I really like him in this movie. It's just the story felt kind of weak, and I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Really enjoyable, but it's not Alfred Hitchcock's best in my opinion. I do prefer the remake though. Really do enjoy the remake, but the original was okay. And then The Rescue, started by Emmerich Pressburger and Michael Powell. Wow, a visual pleasing experience. The whole sequence of the ballet scene is beautiful to watch, and the story was so just it's a great film. That's all I have to say. It's a great film, and I gave this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. It's just phenomenal. I absolutely love this movie. Even though I'm not a ballet kind of person, I appreciate it. I don't like them. They're boring to me. But for whatever reason, The Rescues, it's a ballet movie. I was so engaged. I was so enthralled to it. I was immersed. I was into the story. I was captivated by the visuals in this movie. And it's just so breathtaking to watch. I absolutely love this movie. I really do. I love the characters. I love the story. I mean, it's great stuff. Really great stuff. Then we got a very chill, laid back kind of film directed by Hal Ashby, which I believe he also directed by Harold and Maude, which I've not seen. Sorry, that blue is at print. Being There, starring Peter Sellers as well. Really wonderful, wonderful film. It's very small scaled, but it's very chilled. It's very cute, and you care about the character that Peter Sellers played. Just wonderful stuff. It's chill. It's nothing too big, nothing too grand. It's just a very grounded film, and I really appreciate about that. We got Harakiri, directed by Masaki Kobayashi. Wow, wow. That's all I can say. The story was engaging. The third act in the film is phenomenal. The story is so unique, but it's very well executed. And Tatsuya Nakadai is phenomenal. And I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. Just wow. The second 5 out of 5 stars. Just wow. Wow. That was an awesome film. And yeah, I really do enjoy it. And then we got Ghost World, started by Terry Ziegler, starring the very young Scarlett Johansson. I enjoyed it. It's not bad at all. I really did like this movie. There's some good moments, there's some questionable moments, but I really do enjoy this movie for what it is and as a style that this movie goes. And I gave this movie a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I really do enjoy this movie. I had a good time. It's not bad. It's not great. It's not my favorite film out of the bunch that I watched in this challenge. Then we got Restaurant 1918. And I believe this takes place during World War One, with a group of German infantrymen of the First World War living in the trenches of France. This showcase the experience of that war, the nightmare of that war is, and I thought it was a really good one. Really great stuff that goes on. It's very interesting when watching this movie. It's a very unique World War One film, and I really enjoyed this movie. And I gave this one a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's not my favorite, but I really do enjoy it and appreciate this movie. And then we got like a sort of a sequel. We have Comradeship, aka Camera That Shot, which It's about this miners, but something goes on and they are trapped um, in the mining field. And it's about teamwork, collaborating. Is I believe French and German help together, help rescue the man in the mine that they are stuck in. And I thought it was a lovely, lovely little film because it's about teamwork, friendship. It's about setting the hate aside and help each other. And I really like this movie, and I prefer this over Restaurant 1918. It's not by the same director, G.W. Babs, and I give this one a 4 out of 5 stars. Really, really great movie. I really enjoyed it. And we gotta shift it to serious dramatic stuff to very cheesy fun. We have Godzilla Raids Again. This is directed by Motoyoshi Yoda, and I gave this one a 3 out of 5 stars. The main reason I gave this 3 out of 5 stars is just a silly little fun film, and I watched this because part of the Criterion set that was Spine 1000. I do have that set. It's a lovely, lovely set, and the main reason I watched this movie because I was leading up to Godzilla vs Kong. That was already out, and I really liked that movie. Anyways, I did enjoy this movie. I had a good time. There's some cheesy moments, and I kind of wish the monster fights between Anguirus was a little bit longer. But I really enjoyed it though. And next one, I saw the most cheesiest movie I've ever seen in my life. That is King Kong vs Godzilla. But I cannot help it the fact that I did enjoy this movie. It's a stupid, mindless, fun time, and I gave this one a 3 out of 5 stars as well. And you can tell I watched this movie because I wanted to lead up to Godzilla vs Kong. I enjoyed it. It's fun. It's not great. It's just stupid fun, and that's all I wanted from coming from this, because it is part of the Criterion Collection. So that's why I watch them. Then we have another Masaki Kobayashi film. That's one I talked as Harakiri. That is Kaidan or Kaidan. This is the anthology ghost story, and wow, what a great stuff! This is nearly almost 3 hours long, and never a dull moment. Especially for one time as this long, but I was so engaged to the movie with this particular anthology stories, different ghost stories, and yeah, I really enjoyed Kaidan. But I prefer Harakiri, but I really I do love Kaidan. I really do. And I gave this one a 5 out of 5 stars. Another 5 out of 5 stars. That's the third one in this list. And wow. So it's a ghost story. That's part of the folk tales in the Japanese culture, and I really, really enjoyed it. I had a, you know, there was never a dull moment. I was engaged. I was into the story, and I really enjoyed Kaidan. I really do. Christopher Nolan's first film following, and this was an interesting first time watch, and I really enjoyed it. The twist is fantastic, and the story is fantastic. So engaging, so interesting, and so well planned out as well. And you can tell there's Nolan fingerprints all over the place in this movie, and what that he'll become as a well-known director. After this, I believe he made Memento, and his career skyrocketed from after that. This feels like this film feels like a film student film, and I really like that about that because that's his vision, that's his own world that he creates. It's a really good movie. I really enjoy this, and I give this a 4 out of 5 stars. Really engaging stuff. I really do like this movie a lot. And we have another Nathan Hale recommendation. I decided to watch this because this looks like so much fun. That's Here Comes Mr. Jordan, directed by Alexander Hall, starring the wonderful Claude Rains, who is phenomenal in this movie. And I really like the story. The story what makes it so great and very fun to watch. Never a dull moment. So it's about this man who died, but he doesn't believe that he died. But he doesn't want to miss out the boxing match that he had an opportunity to do so, but that's too late. But I don't want to go full on to the story because I don't want to give spoilers on this movie. And all I can say is I have fun time. I absolutely love it. It's charming. It's delightful. It's so much fun. some cute moments, some great moments. Yeah, really enjoyed it. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Phenomenal film. Then we got the recently released Memories of Murder. I absolutely love this movie. Oh my gosh. Everything about this movie is so engaging, so invested in. I was so invested in, glued to the screen, I cannot look away. I want to focus on the story. I had to read the subtitle to make it. The movie was so interesting to watch, and it was never a dull moment. Just phenomenal stuff, and the performance by Song Kang Ho and Kim Sang Kyung. I probably mispronouncing the names, but phenomenal stuff all around. Very intense, gripping, engaging. The score is a standout of this movie. Really love this one, and I gave a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely love this movie. It was so nice to see a brand new Bong Joon-ho film, and that was like refreshing because I'm like, oh my gosh, I get to watch a brand new Bong Joon-ho film, and Memories of the Murder. I mean, did not disappoint. I absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved this movie. And we have another film that I don't even call a film. It's an experience. That's Come and See, directed by Ellen Klimov. Wow. I recently saw this movie, and I gave this movie a 5 out of 5 stars. Another 5 out of 5 stars. So this is the fourth one. And wow, the performances by this young kid. I believe his name Aleski Kwachevko. The character named Floria, and wow, what a performances, what a story as well. This story depicts the horrors of war and why war is such a hellish experience for a young man, in the perspective of young men, because he was so excited to join the war, but the realization hits. And the next film is Limelight, directed by Charles Chaplin and starring Charles Chaplin. I loved it. It's charming, it's beautiful, it had full of heart, great character, great story. Just, you care about the character that Charlie Chaplin plays. And the story is so engaging, so beautiful to watch, and I absolutely love everything about this movie. It's phenomenal, especially the third act of the film. It's a powerhouse of performances and the story. It kept you in, it kept you captivated, and I give this one a 5 out of 5 stars, another 5 out of 5 stars. Just absolutely love this movie, and I can understand why Luke Ryan praised this film. It's beautiful, it's special. Just really, really wonderful stuff. And a bonus points for Buster Keaton appearance. I was really geeked out when Buster Keaton showed up on the screen, because I love Buster Keaton. So overall thoughts on Limelight, absolutely loved it. It's phenomenal. And lastly but not least, the last film in this challenge, that is Monsieur Voodoo, and I just finished this an hour ago, and yeah, I had a good time. Really enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. It's great. There's so many great stuff that you can absolutely enjoy. I really enjoyed it, but it's not as good as Limelight, but I really enjoyed it. I couldn't help it, the fact that I enjoyed it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. Yeah, really good time. I really absolutely enjoyed Monsieur Voodoo, and that is it. That is my 25 movies Criterion Film Challenge first time watch, and I exceeded the expectation. Go on to 27 films instead of 25, so I went above beyond of that. So before I end this video, what is my favorite film from this? So my top 5, I will go number 1, The Passion of Joan Arc, number 2, Harakiri, number 3, Limelight, number 4, Memories of Murder, and number 5, Come and See. And I highly recommend any of the films I mentioned on this list. I'm gonna stop recording this. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Very different video, but hey, it was a fun time, and I really enjoyed doing the challenge because you get to see a bunch of brand new Criterion films that I have not seen. That has been my radar. That has been my shelf for a long time. Factory sealed for quite some time, and get to experience a whole new film that I have not seen, which is a wonderful thing. And Nathan, thank you for creating the challenge. It was a fun time. I'm so glad you created the challenge to give us more fun time in this crazy world that we lived in. And I had a great time. Taking my time. It spans across 3 months and a half, I believe. And yeah, really enjoyed it. Not a single Um, not a single film that disappoints me. I love every single film that I watch in the challenge, which is a good thing, and they're all first time watch, which is another, you know, bonus point is they're all first time watch, which is great. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Follow me on my Twitter and Letterboxd, link below. Have a great one. Take care.